said, by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for Crash Bandicoot Trilogy on the PS4. It's basically just the like Crash Bandicoot 1, 2 and 3 remastered with PlayStation 4 graphics, but I think it's class because I remember it from like obviously the original, and it was like innovative where you would be running up towards the screen like this instead of just left and right, but it still had the same ingredients for like a platform, like a normal platform game. But it was just when 3D environments and shit were just coming into, so this was like brand new stuff back then. You know what I mean? But it's exactly the same game. That's the first level. That's exactly the same first level and that. But I just love it. It's a massive nod to the first game. It basically is the first game. I mean, I can't stress that enough. Everybody knows. I mean, I'm just stating the obvious, but it's just because I've played the original, so like I know exactly how exactly the same it is as the old game. It's like identical. Like everything about it is just, it's amazing. But if you've never played Crash Bandicoot before, you might look at it and think, oh, it's a shit game because it's basically just jumping. I mean, you've got two buttons. You've got jump and spin. But me and my friend used to laugh because some of the hardest games we've ever played is where you've just got to jump onto a ledge. You know, like you've just got to bounce on something and then jump onto a ledge. But it's getting that precise distance with the control pad or the joystick or whatever you're using, the analog stick. I mean, and they're just challenging now, even as an adult, and you're playing them again. It's still like really hard to do what you're meant to do, and it's just a nice trip down memory lane, really. So, I mean, if you're over the age of 25, you've probably played this. You know what I mean? So you won't need convincing about anything about the game. But like, just look at the water effects. Like the graphics in general have just been like totally polished up and cleaned. I haven't had a chance to play the other two games yet. I mean, back in the day, I've played the first one and I had played some of the second one, but I didn't get to play the third one like originally. So that's all going to be brand new for me. Um, and there'll be lots of things on this game that I've never seen before. These are the classic bonus modes. Every time you collect 3 character heads like that Coco the girl, and you collect Brainiac's sidekick as well. You collect his shit, and then he does ones where instead of wooden boxes, they're like dynamite boxes, the TNT boxes. But like I say, it's just original. It's all the levels of exactly what they used to be on the PS2, I think it was. Or might even be the PS1. I think it was the PS1. But like this is the same level, but you've just got to it's all about just nostalgia really when you buy this. I'm excited to play the next title, and then number 3, like I say, I haven't even tried that out yet, so like ever. I've never seen anything about it, so I'll be totally brand new. I managed to pick this up for, I think it was 27 quid. You know what I mean? So it's not even that expensive anymore. And the only reason I picked this up is because I was waiting for Project Cars 2 or FIFA 18, and they didn't have Project Cars in stock till like next Tuesday or something. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna get this. But you know, I'll just play this until I get bored of it, and then I'll probably trade this in. But it's just a nice trip down memory lane. If you ever played this before, you're gonna love it. If you haven't, you'll probably love it as well, because it's just so simple. It's one of those addictive games. Like, you'll die loads like that. Just say what I mean, because I'm not pressing the right amount of pressure. It's just so simple, but the mistake in it gets really annoying, especially when you keep like dying like that, where you're just dying and you've been past that bit loads of times before, and you're just dying on easy bits because you're doing repetition. You get stuck on a bit and you can't get past it, and it's just a nightmare. It does your head in. But you've just got to concentrate. That's what it's all about. Just got to make sure you concentrate, and just remember to jump at the right time. Sometimes it helps if you just look at Crash Bandicoot's feet. If you just keep an eye on his feet, and then you can see exactly when he's at the edge of the ledge, and you can press X then. And it's one of those games where if you press and hold X, you get an extended arc on the jump. Whereas if you just tap it, he'll do a little jump. If you press and hold it, he does like a longer jump. So you have to remember to press and hold. I mean, it totally demolishes your X button on your pad, like, because you're really pressing it hard as fuck, especially later on when the game gets fast, because there's parts of it where it's fast as fuck, and you've got to jump and jump and jump, and you're just landing on the right things, and when you're riding on animals and stuff like that. But if you're a fan of the franchise, then definitely I think you should take a chance and get it. Like, you might want to wait until it comes down in price a bit, like, but I would definitely go and get it. And if you haven't played Crash Bandicoot before, then you should definitely give it a try, because it's a right laugh. It's good just to have a mess about on. So that's it really. See you later.